the position of the law is that I have my very serious doubt. If the president can do without forwarding that name of the person so recommended under Section 231(1) to the Senate, I might be wrong, but this is my own position, that does the president has his choice? The way forward, my plea, and I'm not pleading, is that Mr. President should forward that name to the to the Senate. Let the Senate decide. Then there was something on the internet. I wouldn't know whether or not it's true. Nobody has confirmed it. Credited to the chief press officer, told Mr. President that the acting Chief Justice of Nigeria is on probation. To me, the Constitution does not accommodate that. The Constitution does not contemplate it. The Constitution does not harbor it. The Constitution is so clear.
Daniel Bwala, we'll come back to you very quickly. Where we left off, let's continue from that. And you started off by looking at the constitutional provision, which also states that within 3 months, if nothing else is done, could you space it more and let's see the powers
the NJC,
of the NJC?
The way it's crafted is that except the NJC decides otherwise, any person that is appointed who is acting shall not continue to act after 3 months and shall not be reappointed as an acting Chief Justice of Nigeria. And that provisions, permits all the other sections. For example, Section 238 relating to the Court of Appeal, President of the Court of Appeal, Section 250 relating to the Federal High Court Chief Judge, and Section 271 relating to the Chief Judge of a state. So the point I'm making is that if the NJC decides after the 3 months that the acting CJN should continue in office, the executive, you don't exercise your own power, so we are not going to break heads over this. This is still the acting CJN. So the president will have no choice in the matter. So I'm saying that, and we should deal with, because method is important. My learned friend from Abuja said, no, until the last day. That's not my own idea of how to govern. Let's get serious. You can't say until the last day. You can say until the last day and you have a 4-year term and start doing something on the eve of an election. I'm saying if they are, and the president and governors, and every public officer, swears to an oath of office, I shall discharge my duties without fear of favor. Without fear. If in discharging your duty, you have nagging issues, troubling issues, come out, let's know. If there are none, act decisively and quickly. You don't need to wait till eternity. And even the Magu issue that my learned friend referenced, why should it take the president of a country, after appointing somebody in an acting capacity, 6 months to forward his name to the Senate for confirmation? And so the matter festers, and see how the matter has become.
So Mr. Bwala, if you look at it now, he's raised 2 issues here, constitutional issue and even a bit of ethical issue. And if you put this side by side, it looks as if the government of the day has a style, and the style is just go with ease and slowly until when they think is right. Is that what you see or what you perceive?
Well, my response will be that, first of all, I am not in the same privileged position with the president of the country to have available information and security report concerning a matter. And therefore, the way I would act in a given situation might be different from the way he would act. And probably if I'm in his position where I have this privilege of getting information that are privileged information, maybe my act will be different. And I'm glad that you referenced that you said style. So that means people have style. If my style is different from the style of Mr. B, it doesn't make my style illegal. What I think we should be concerned about is whether the act of the government is legal or illegal. And then it is also right for us to raise ethical and moral issues. But when we discuss it, let us have a holistic view of what we talked about, so we don't get carried away by primordial sentiments, especially in respect or regarding issues. While I agree to a large extent with my learned friend about his concern, regarding the government inability to act promptly, but since there is an established pattern in the way government operates, then we can, given the circumstance, agree that it is not an exceptional situation that is applied to the acting CJN to suggest that the president is probably going against him because of ethical reason.
So let's close on this with you. Sorry to cut you here because we're really out of time. Let's close on this with you. You did say you're very sure he will be confirmed. What if he's not?
Well, I never use the word sure, but I am convinced that he will be confirmed because my conviction is on the basis of the fact that if the president does not have interest in him, the president will not have in the first place agreed to swear him in as acting CJN. And there is no report, whether from the media or from whatever means of communication, have we heard that the president has any grounds against the acting CJN. So on the basis of that, I strongly believe that by and large the president will respond favorably, and his name will be submitted to the National Assembly for confirmation.
Daniel Bwala, many thanks for speaking with us, but I want you to still be there and listen to the closing moment of Mr. Ogunye. Here it is. What if he's not confirmed and we're setting another president here?
Let's be clear. The president does not confirm. The president
good
and swears in after confirmation by the Senate. Before that, the president has a duty to forward the name to the Senate for confirmation. After that confirmation, the president appoints. So, if the president does not send the name, there's no confirmation. But can the president refuse to send the name? I don't think so. Once the recommendation is made by the National Judicial Council, given the clarity of the provisions of the Constitution on this matter, the president will exercise his power to forward. If he has any reason not to forward, under the provisions of the Constitution, the president and the governor of a state has the power to consult with the National Executive Council, National Judicial Council, and seek their advice. And I'm referencing third part of the schedule, third schedule, part 1, paragraph 21. Under the powers of the NJC, the president has the power to consult them and seek advice from them if he's not going to confirm. But in the circumstances, I think that ultimately there will be a confirmation if the name is forwarded to the Senate, and then all these hysteria can then
be put to rest. A fine place for us to say thank you, gentlemen, for joining us on Politics Today. Many thanks to G.T. Ogunye and Daniel Bwala. Both gentlemen have been on this matter. Let's see if this magic or this surprise will be pulled before 2017. But many lawyers are still waiting on this, just as the argument is still on there in the public space and within the legal circle. I'm Sulaiman. Many thanks for watching.